there's a whole generation of grown black people that have seen She's Gotta Have It, and for some strange reason, I still look like Greer.
John Canada Terrell.
So when they recognize me as Greer, they're like, oh my God, Greer Childs. And it's amazing that a film could have that kind of sense memory in a people.
In my experiences, I found two types of men.
Whatever you want to do, I'll do. Wherever you want to go, I'll take you.
The decent ones and the dogs.
You so fine, baby. I drank a tub of your bath water.
Kind of got on a fluke. Ruben Santiago Hudson, Lackawanna Blues. He was offered that role initially, and he had worked on stage. He's part of the Negro Ensemble Company with Tracy Camila Johns. So in the final 5 minutes of we're getting ready to shoot, he declined, and my name kind of came up, and I got the script the very next day. Sure, I'll do it. Oh, I'm nothing like him. Even at that point in my life. He was arrogant and very self-centered. If anything, I was aggressive. I was pretty self-confident, but I'm far too silly to have anything in line with where his character was coming from.
You know, the minute you get fat, I'm leaving you. You know, if you weren't fine, I wouldn't even bother with you.
Don't hurt yourself.
In an independent film, well, you don't have a lot of film to begin with. You're shooting with one camera. So the onus is on you to, in 1 or 2 takes, capture the moment. Everybody's a little sensitive about, well, when are we going to do the love scene? Well, let's not tell John. and invariably, me and Tracy become rather tight because we're running lines together, we're hanging out together, and it's really cool. She just had some kind of chutzpah that made her very unique and actually perfect for that role. So we're friends, but it's kind of like, oh my God, I got a love scene with you. So they wouldn't tell us when that love scene was coming. So when it finally came, it's like, oh my God, how do I act? And I'm kind of on the edge naturally. So they're watching me, John, don't. Okay. Wow, she looks so good, my God. Okay, I'm with you. I think we did it in 2 takes.
Tracy Camila Johns.
A rumor has it she was quite popular because of that film. And then after New Jack City, it just took her to another level just in terms of being this stunning black woman. I have a feeling she probably wound up marrying some top 5 pick in the NBA, and she got 3.5 kids and living in a mansion down in Atlanta or something.
I just want to say thanks, fellas, for everything. And thank you for this gold album, A&B, and I hope we have the same success on my new solo album, Flash, It's Lonely at the Top, which will be in your record stores in about 2 weeks.
You know, people look at these reality shows and watch entertainment, and I look at it with a different kind of eye. One, I know a lot of these people, and I know what that fame thing will do to you, how it will take you to the edge. And if you're already on the edge, you got to realize, being an artist, you're not normal. You're like this medium that can take in all these emotions and all these feelings and then throw it on a canvas and stand naked in front of the world and like, here, okay, I'm just a tool for this, you know, and you give up the ghost. Now, the weird thing about it, I never really wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to be a working actor. I wanted to do film, I wanted to do TV, and I wanted to work with the best, and I was striving to be the best at my craft. So on that note, I wanted to attract that level of artistic integrity and talent and work in multimedia. I want to jump from film to film, TV show to TV show. I want to be on stage, and I'm cool. That's all I wanted. Well, there's a price to pay for that. You know, I had no game plan. I just wanted to work. But then I didn't know how to factor in, what does it mean to be a sex symbol? How does that affect your life? It affected all my relationships from that point on. Because one, people think that that's really you, and then they're expecting that, and then they're in love with that character, even if he's horrible. That's what they want. And that was a little tricky. I'm like, my God, I can't be me. They want Greer, you know? Yeah, I did take a break in the year 2000. I found I didn't enjoy acting anymore. I had garnered a certain amount of success. Just did 2 movies and a TV show and I was miserable. And then there was a death in my family. A long-term relationship ended. I'm like, wait a minute, I am not happy. So with all the things that used to make me happy, at least my career, I was a working actor, it was not fulfilling anymore. So I just put everything on freeze. I stopped my life. I got out of that city. I came here to Philly to the town where I was educated to just take a look at my life from a distance, from a different vantage point. And I think initially it was an attempt to like, okay, I don't even like any form of fame or recognition. I don't like that right now. I just want to become introverted and just be nondescript. I found that impossible to do, even in moving here. So on that note, and rediscovering the fact that I really love acting and getting healthier with it, it wasn't until I hit the stage again and I realized, no, this is what I do well, and what I really enjoy is a live audience. And that's what challenges me, and that's what got me into it. I did the Marvin Gaye story. It was a hit show. I'm very proud of it. I didn't realize that once you get out of the East Coast and once you leave New York and LA, there's a whole lot of America in between. So in going to Georgia and Florida, to Oakland, to Virginia, to North Carolina, to 10 states with this show, 17 cities, I realized I had a fan base, and it was probably the most healing thing. And then I realized how old I was. We're talking about 2 and 3 generations. Like, yeah, I've been looking at you my whole life. Oh, thank you, little child. Oh, God, I'm old. But it was wonderful, you know, because I was used to working in front of a camera, and I was getting no love back. I went on the road and got love. And so that's a great thing. Now I know I'm an actor. What would Greer be doing if there was a sequel? I have a feeling that human beings tend to, in relationships, kind of run into 1 or 2 people that have an effect on them, particularly interpersonally. And I have a feeling that that particular woman left an indelible impression on him. And he probably stayed in denial and probably went to therapy about it and took it out on other women, but that was the one that got away. And he messed with white women for a while, then went Asiatic, but was always looking for another Nola Darling. What am I doing now? I'm a griot. What do old actors do? They griot till they die. So that being the case, I'm a storyteller till I die. What have I garnered from all my experiences? That I'd like to make my own films, and then there's certain topics and subject matters I'd like to explore as an actor, as a producer, and then as a director. So on that note, that's where I'm at. I have a heartfelt passion for a project called Gunrunner that I've been involved with for the last 3 years. Gerard Brown, who wrote Juice, he wrote Spawn, it's on HBO, wrote it. And I've taken on the responsibility of trying to produce that film. I gotta give a shout out to my business partner, Rick Morris, who was the writer and director of White Men Can't Rap. Oh, I played a guy named Fleet Walker, co-starring with Clifton Powell, Pinky, who I was just on stage with. We did the Marvin Gaye story. He played the daddy, I played Berry Gordy. It's a silly film, silly.
4.
Sometimes we do silly, you know. Silly's good.
Action. Spike Lee.
I think he opened a lot of doors, and a lot of people don't know that. So that's another reason why he should get some accolades and some love. Look at where we are now. I Am Legend, #1 box office. Grossed $171 million, I think, thus far. I think Denzel's movie is #3 right now. Samuel Jackson's films do rather well. Wesley Snipes has his own franchise. That was the beginning of the next renaissance in black filmmaking, and I'm proud to have been a part of that. That was the next jumping off point. She's Gotta Have It, and everything else came from there. So yeah, from a historical point of view, yeah. Oh yeah, take a look at it and look at where we are now. Wow.